I set up Kinder to Earth because I wanted to find ways myself to be kinder to Earth, and I wanted to share that, and I wanted to have a conversation with people because I sometimes felt a bit alone. I wanted to set up a group that was called Kinder to Earth, where we would talk about things that we could do that were kinder to Earth and celebrate innovations and organisations that could help us to be kinder to Earth. The event tonight is called Music by Candlelight. La 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 la! And I basically got lots of singers and guitarists and cello players and we fiddle, I think we flute as well. And we're coming together and we're all contributing our talents for Music by Candlelight. And then we have an audience who are not the usual audience because they're not paying money to be entertained. They are contributing themselves because they are kind of bringing their own energy. So it is very much about a collaboration tonight, and it is all to celebrate Earth Hour. Earth Hour is an event that happens across the planet. It's been happening for 60 years, where we all turn off electricity, plus the candles and the trees, and we come together to enjoy each other's company and just remember, what's amazing about our planet, and how we can all, be kinder to Earth, I guess.
This event is a story of collaboration in itself, in that we planned it and a lot of people came together, but we don't know what it's actually going to look like. What it actually looks like depends on the people in the room. So the first stage to collaboration is creating the space for collaboration. And if we really want to make sustainability mean something, we need to create these rich experiences around sustainability rather than being rich in knowledge. So it's a question of being rich in knowledge but also being rich in experience, and that's sort of what we're trying to do today by bringing people together in this space.
Sometimes you can feel quite alone when you understand and think about climate change and think about, are there ways that you can help? So we do meetups and we try to bring people together so that people don't feel quite so alone. This is what this event is also about. It's for Earth Hour, which is an event that happens all over the world today. It's been happening for 60 years, and in a moment I will be asking Deirdre, our ambassador, to tell you a little bit more about it. What I would ask, or I suppose let you know about tonight, which is I suppose different to other events, is that it is not, we haven't charged money at the door because it isn't a exchange. It isn't a case where you pay money and people entertain you. All of the musicians have given all of their time, energy, rehearsals, creativity. You'll be hearing, I'm sure, some original music. I know at least 2 groups are going to do original music, so you're going to be hearing a lot of creativity today. But this is a collaboration, so you have a massive impact on the people here. So even though everybody who's going to be up here has been doing this a long time and are quite experienced, we are like hourly, acoustically naked in a room that could really do with a bit of amplification. There isn't any way that we can do this without you. So how you decide to be or how you feel will also impact the people up here. who are kind of giving what they're giving. So I would ask you, if you could, to switch off your phones, even just to see if we can be without electricity for 1 hour. Can we be without our phones for 1 hour? And also just to be, as I was aware of how there'll be little moments between each of the performances. Have a little chat then, but while the people are performing, please just kind of give them that space, because they are doing it with no help, if you like, and we are all used to having a bit more help. So let me introduce Dee, who is our Earth Hour Ambassador for Ireland.
Jazz hands for Colette, first of all. It was good to kind of do it. So this is my third time being volunteer ambassador in Ireland. So I've got the reused t-shirt and I've got the lovely Earth Hour star hiding the UK sign. So firstly, I'd like everybody in the room to put your right hand up in the air and put it behind somebody and tap yourself on the back for coming out for Earth Hour. So we're all making a huge difference in our own way, and nature is thanking you. If nature had her voice, she'd be in the room, but she is in the room and she's all around us. So there's some fantastic heroes that have been doing Trojan work in the background, but I guess we all are, and some of us, our parents, are really green workers in this space. So thank you to our parents for giving us the freedom to actually enjoy nature and be aware of nature. So Earth Hour happens at this time all around the globe. There are people getting together to make magic happen, and that magic is here amongst us tonight. So we owe everything to the earth, and the earth is beneath us, so the most unwelcomed, unknown thing is actually unrecognized, unexplored. 80% of the earth, under the earth, we don't know about it. So thank you, Earth. So if everybody can take just a second to thank the earth. So this is Earth Hours, so just to thank everybody who's come out. I'm not going to take up more time because we have amazing musicians here tonight. So what I do in my spare time, I have no spare time, I don't watch telly at all, is a movement called the Shamrock Spring. So Shamrock Spring is we can all be a greener country. So we're selling ourselves as this amazing green heritage, etc. We have to merit that, we have to take different actions. And I've learned one new word this week and I'm going to share it with you. Girl cut. So Ireland developed the boycott, but now we have the girl cut as well. So to remember, with your pound, you can do whatever you want with your pound, so spend it wisely. So start scratching the surface, understand the power of your money and your decision making. So are you going to support an ethical company, a company like this that is making a difference, or how are you going to spend your money? So we're all global consumers, but we're just one big family here on the earth. So I'm going to thank everybody for Earth Hour. Enjoy your hours. Please be safe with the candles. We do have first aiders in the room here, but we'd rather you come in the same shape as you were. So thank you very, very much, everybody, and enjoy your time.
Okay, so the first group are Maeve and Ken. And Maeve is Irish and Ken is Scottish, but they're going to be doing some Brazilian bossa nova. So it's going to be summer over here. Okay.
Well, I've been compared to Blossom Deary quite a lot, and Blossom is known, somebody described Blossom's voice as like being so small you wouldn't hear her upstairs in a doll's house, so that's been challenging, not having any amplification, but we'll do our best. So usually I sing with a piano player, but for this gig I thought I need a guitar player, and I ran into Ken in the Workman's Club at a gig. Ken, who I know well from Sligo Jazz Summer School, and said, "Would you do a couple of bossa novas with me?" And he said yes. So here we are.
Pints at the time.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you do things you regret. I don't think we regret. Which one?
We'll do Gingy. So I picked one of my favourite songs called Gingy because it references nature a lot, and I suppose that's kind of what we're all about this evening.
Sky so fast is the sky, faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? Oh, I don't know, wind that speaks to the trees, telling stories no one believes, stories of love belong to you and me. Oh, till she finds
going to talk to you about collaboration. Myself and Mike were putting a little picture together over in the corner. And to be honest, I was so impressed with him, I think he should be up here instead of me. But I'm going to tell you a brief story anyway of maybe the lesser appreciated aspects of collaboration. That's to do with my own story of collaboration. One of the best experiences that I ever had with a group of other people. So a few years ago I was working on a project, and it was a very open project. They just gave us an open brief. I was working with 3 other people we got on, but we were essentially strangers. So it was exciting. We could do whatever we wanted. We had free rein of the place. We didn't know how it was going to end. We didn't even know how it was going to start. But we started with researching. And we just gathered as much information as possible. So we had this mountain of information gathering up. And after a while, it started to feel that we were on a wheel. We started standing on top of the wheel, optimistic and excited about what was going to happen. And then the wheel started picking up speed with the amount of information we were getting. And it was hard to make sense of it all. And it started feeling very overwhelmed. So just like sustainability is a massive area. How much information can you get on sustainability? It means different things to different people. Eventually, it would kind of fall off the wheel and hit that bottom. This is where collaboration really proved its worth for me. While I was at the bottom, not knowing what the hell I was doing, somebody else was at the top of the wheel. And it was that energy that kind of allowed me to trust them a little bit, to take over and take the lead. And that was a really important part of collaboration. I think it's, when we talk about sustainability, the first thing we have to do is create a space for collaboration. And that's partly what we're doing here today, creating a space for collaboration. So I have a wheel over there. I don't want to go into too much detail because I prefer to hear how you interpret it. But basically, the faster you move around the wheel, the more you build up trust with people around you. The more you become comfortable with uncertainty. And I suppose when you don't know what's going to happen, that's when true change can occur. That's when true transformation can occur. So bringing people together like this, I don't know, you might get on, you might not, but something might happen, and that's good enough. So with that, I just want to give you a brief introduction to collaboration. There's bits over there, so think about your own experience, how you're connected as people, what you have in common. Just use the time to reflect on how you're connected to Earth. And hopefully something will come out of it. We'll see what happens. So I'm not going to bore you anymore. Let's get on to the music.
Killian has been like a rock of strength as well through the whole kind of creation of this event, and that's why we didn't charge entry. We just wanted to be a collaboration, and for your own experiences, they're really important. And we'll be doing another little piece a little bit later. I want to introduce, actually before I introduce this first act, all the drinks that you are drinking. Thank you to Zen, who got in contact with Zen is up the back. Literally everything has worked out with this event, and at the last minute. We couldn't find any way to have any drinks. I had tried to get a sponsor, we had thought about buying stuff, and then Zen said yesterday, give me a moment. And she mysteriously walked out the door and came back in 5 minutes going, there'll be a delivery at 5 o'clock for 50 people, all non-alcoholic and all in glasses. So, and that's from the Ruin Bar, so that's just literally next door to us. So that's where we'll be for the alcoholic section of the evening. So we'll all, yeah. So when Earth Hour finishes, actually I'm just going to check, okay, it's actually 8:23. Woo! So So in 7 minutes it'll officially have begun, but we've begun early because we've so much to get through. So we'll go over to Room Bar at around 9:30 or 10. So the second act is soloist. So I think it's our only soloist this evening, and his name is Podge. I was at the launch of his single, a few of us actually were at the launch of his single in the Bellow Bar about 3 weeks ago. It's absolutely phenomenal. This guy is a soul singer. He's been doing world music and jazz. He's a session musician, and it's taken him 10 years, but that's why it's perfect to get his album kind of together. So Podge, please.
Hello. It's a privilege to play you through Earth Hour, minute by minute. I was going to sing 2 of my songs, but I kind of feel like singing a cover to start off with. Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. Now it's getting late, the moon is rising high. We know where the music's playing, I wanna see it shining in your eyes. Cause I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Cause I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. Now it's getting late, and the moon is rising high. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Cause I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. like children sleeping. We could dream this night away. But now it's getting late. The moon is rising high. Oh, I wanna celebrate and see it shine in your eyes. Because I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. Thanks. Never felt so quiet. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. I'm going to play one of my songs now. It kind of has a earthy theme. I wrote it 2 years ago when I was in Mali, in West Africa. And it's written about young kids who go underground and dig the ground for gold. Sun cuts the ground for evidence of metal. There's a haystack needle in the mud, but all we do is dig. We'll go deep underground until our world comes tumbling down. Well, you might say we should be in school, but how can books compare to gold? We're digging for gold, oh we're digging. We're digging for gold, oh we're digging. Young and old, dig, 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 digging. We're digging for gold, oh we're digging. Where did we go? 6 years old, I'm running into the water. Here we leave our names behind and trade it in for bucket and bone. My wings, my hand trembles, watching clear this precious stuff. Let's keep this one. Oh no, you might say we should be in school, but how what's coming to go? We're digging for gold, oh, we're digging. Digging for gold, oh, we're digging. Oh, young and old, dig, dig, dig again. We're digging for gold, oh, we're digging. We're digging for gold. We're digging for gold, oh, we're digging. We're digging for gold, oh, we're digging. Oh, young and old, dig, dig, dig again. We're digging for gold, oh, we're digging. We're digging for gold. They say one finger can't pick up a song. Say what's worth risking life and limb. Now I don't care if I die. At least I'll rest in my own skin. Oh, who ain't a slave? Just tell me that this empty purse is but a rag. Ooh, that's the finer who works in the soul until those scaffolds fall. Oh, 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 Thank you. This part, I did not write. So that means you should sing along with it. Yeah, Benny Legaci, super. Urbana, yeah, Urbana, yeah, Urbana, yeah, Urbana, yeah. Benny Legaci, Urbana, yeah, Urbana, Urbana, yeah, Urbana. Let me hear you. Urbana, yeah, Urbana, Urbana, yeah. Benny Legaci, Urbana, yeah, Urbana, Urbana, yeah, Urbana, yeah, Urbana, 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 Thank you.
Yeah.
I looked at some people in the audience, well not audience actually, co-collaborators, sorry, and I could see there were some people with their eyes closed, really like drinking in what Paul was playing. We're going to have two more acts and then we're going to have a little break. So the next person is, I think I mentioned earlier that I've asked lots of friends, and I think this is one of the I was going to say oldest, but no, it's one of the longest time friends. Because we did songs, we were the divas. God, what a name. We didn't come up with a name. Back, was it 10 years ago or something? So Emily has come to us, well, she's from Ireland, but her most recent gig was actually in New York. And she does jazz and a lot of bossa nova, and I believe you have a gig coming up on the 11th.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, 11th April in Arthur's.
In Arthur's.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember
Yeah,
that.
and Paddy's actually going to be on it. So.
And Paddy's going to be with Emily, so everybody knows each other. So please welcome Emily.
Great. Made it here and didn't pull down the house. That's good. It's a good start. Okay, thanks very much. I'm going to do a bit of a poem and a piece that I wrote. Anyway. Once upon a time, there was hope and desire. The calendar said it was spring, but as the sky backed away from the earth and nature showed no response, desire instead. Impossible, invisible, untouchable, untenable, pure. With a held breath and a passion nourished by hunger, filling the expectant air. Dreams, thoughts, ghosts, spectres, and feather floating like the memories of lost loves, snowflakes. Gentle drifting silent snowflakes, thrilled at their renaissance and fragile falling from high in that indifferent sky. Snowflakes who know the fluttering heartbeat and silk trembling petals of too early cherry blossoms, too beautiful, too true, too shy, too innocent, their shy blushing petals and self-conscious abundance, a premature pronouncement of hope of spring. For what was the difference between hope and desire? The too old, the too young, they shouldn't be there. Hope, snow, blossoms, cherry stars, desire for pale porcelain petals, from spectre shimmer snowflakes, evanescent, effervescent, eloquent, laugh dancing on a chill rippling wind, lifting and falling and catching and floating, desiring and brushing and so gently touching, and kissing and holding and slow letting going, shining and showing, the gliding and knowing. But each white cold kiss lands like a tear. Each icy caress leaves a stain, a shadow on the petals of the snowflake's disappearance, and the cherry blossom's death by cold, the shrill siren song of spring's hope and winter's desire. For what is the difference between hope and desire? The too old, the too young, they shouldn't be there. Well, afterwards, nature shook spring awake, and spring yawned and stretched and threw the shapes of gossiping daffodils, shrugging their yellow shoulders at the foolishness that had gone before them as they lingered languid long into a tepid May in Fairview Park.
And then the other one is, has anybody ever read Paulo Coelho's?
Yep.
Yeah, The Alchemist.
Oh, yeah.
About a little boy who kind of wanders around and tries to understand what's happening in the world. And that's what this song is. And this song is kind of reveals quite quietly and simply what the most important thing in the world is. It's the other one first. Okay, no. Oh, you've already? Okay. I've gone into a professional here. He doesn't need music.
Just a bit of it sometimes.
So there was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, very far. Over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eyes, but very wise was he. Then one day, when magic day came my way, and as we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. just give love. You never
better let love I know it's so, and yet I know I can't get you out of my heart. You made me leave my happy home. You took my love and now you're gone. Since I fell for you, ooh, love brings such misery and pain. I guess I'll never, 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 never be the same again. Since I fell for you, it's too bad, it's so sad, 'cause I'm in love with you. Well, you love me, then you snub me. Oh, what can I do? I'm still in love with you. I guess I'll never see the light. I get the blues most every night since I fell for you.
Yeah.
It's too bad, it's so sad, 'cause I'm in love with you, and you love me, then you snub me. Oh, what can I do? I'm still in love with you. Oh, I guess I'll never see the light. I get the blues most every night since I fell for you. Oh, since I fell for you. Since I fell
and today I'm here to show you about how you should stop using CO2 emission and start going green by using bikes and walking. So first, I'm going to show you this. So as you can see, there are 3 cars using CO2 emission, which is not really good for the environment. So you should really, they should really start using bicycles and start to walk. And on this side we have 3 bicycles and 2 people walking, which is good for the environment, as you save lots of petrol and you also get to not use any CO2. So you should stop doing this and start doing this.
This is called fun. song that's very much for me about the earth. There's a song called Cast, and I wrote it inspired by the landscape around us actually. And there are echoes in this, the lyrics that talk about standing stones, and it's basically about looking out and seeing where you are in the world. And sometimes you're very small, but sometimes, even though we're just one person, you can do so much, and you can be so big as well. So in a way, I hope this connects to you. This is called Cast.
Would you place me first? Cast aside your reasons, cast aside your